Welcome to the Computer Literacy Center's online instructional video about inserting images, shapes, text boxes, and WordArt in a Google Doc. Images and shapes are a great way to display information visually and help documents look more interesting. Text boxes and WordArt are helpful tools to organize text and make it look more appealing. My name is Eiley Cummings and I'll be guiding you through this tutorial. In this video, we're going to create a document about libraries. We'll insert images to help readers visualize what we're writing about. We will insert shapes to help readers see important pieces of information quickly, and we will insert text boxes to organize our text so our document stays neat. We will also insert WordArt to create a title that stands out and fits the theme of our document. To set the theme of our document, let's find a picture of books. This sets a clear theme and helps the reader visualize what the document is about. To do this, open up a blank doc, click on the Insert tab, then Image, then search the web. In the search bar, type Books. This pulls up lots of pictures of books. Find one you like, click on it, then click Insert. This will automatically add the picture to your document. Now that we have a picture, we'll add a shape with a fun fact about libraries. I found a fact from History.com that says the oldest known library was founded in the 7th century BC. To insert a shape, go to the Insert tab again, click on Drawing, then Plus New. In the dialog box, click on the shape icon and choose a shape you like. I chose one that looks like a banner. Click on the shape you like, then click and drag to insert it in the drawing. Change the fill color by clicking on the paint bucket icon and choosing a color you like. I chose a light yellow to look like old book pages. To adjust the border color, click on the pencil icon and choose a color that complements the fill color. I chose brown because it looks like old paper edges. To adjust the thickness of the border, click on the icon with the thick and thin lines and choose a weight you like. I chose 2 pixels. If you want to make the border dashed or dotted, click on the icon with the dashed and dotted lines and choose a style you like. To add text, double-click on the shape. This will make your cursor show up and you can type the fact we found: the oldest known library was founded in the 7th century BC. Once you've done that, click Save and Close and the drawing will be inserted in your document. Google Docs doesn't have a tool to insert a text box directly, so we have to use the roundabout method of creating another drawing. We'll follow the same steps that we used to create a drawing for our shape, but instead of inserting a shape in our drawing, we'll insert a text box. In the text box, type some things you like about libraries. I'll type, libraries are quiet, peaceful, and magical. The smell of old books is soothing to my soul. I love libraries. Once you've done that, you can adjust the font style and size by highlighting your text, then clicking on the drop-down arrow next to the font style box. Find a font you like, click on it, and your text changes to that font. I chose Courier New. To adjust the size of your font, keep it highlighted, move next to the font style to the number with the plus-minus buttons on each side, and click on the plus button to make the font bigger. To change the color of your text, keep it highlighted and move over to the A with the black line underneath it. This opens up a drop-down menu of colors. Select a color you like by clicking on it and your text changes to that color. I chose a nice dark brown. Once you've got everything to your liking, click Save and Close and your text box is inserted in your document. We'll add one more text box to our document to have a balance of elements. To do that, we'll follow the same process that we did for the other text box. In this text box, type the name of your favorite book and why you like it. I'll type, my favorite book is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. I love this book because of the unique insight it gives into the human mind. Frankl is a stunning author and the psychological treatment he developed, known as logotherapy, is amazing. Once you're done typing, you can adjust the font style and color following the same steps that we used for the other text box. When you're finished with that, click Save and Close to insert the text box into your document. Now that we've got all our information and our picture in our document, we'll add a title. To do this, we're going to create some word art. Click on the Insert tab, then Drawing, then plus New. In the Drawing dialog box, click on Actions, then Word Art. A box will appear with a blank line. Type your title there. I'm going to type Libraries since this will be the title of the document. Once you've done that, hit Enter. This inserts the word art into your drawing. To adjust the color, size, and font of the word art, follow the same steps we used for the shape. Use the paint bucket icon to change the fill color, the pencil icon to change the outline color, etc. Change the font by clicking on the arrow next to Arial. I changed mine to Courier New. Once you've changed everything to what you want, click Save and Close and it will be inserted into your document. Now that we've got all the elements of our document, we'll adjust the text wrapping settings on each element so we can move them around to where we want them. To do that, click on one element. I'll start with the shape. This brings up a bar with different wrapping options. Click on the one that has the square in front of all the lines. This will allow that element to be in front of everything else, which allows us to move it around wherever we want it to be. We'll do the same thing to the picture and the text box. As you can see, having the element in front of everything else isn't the only wrapping option. Starting on the left, there's the inline option, which puts the element in line with your text and breaks the text around it except for one line at the bottom of the image. Next, there's the wrap text option, which breaks lines of text around an image but doesn't start a new paragraph underneath the image. The text just continues across the page. After that, there's the break text option, which breaks the text around the image so it's not surrounded by text. Then there's the behind text option, which allows the text to continue on top of the image instead of going around it. Finally, there's the in front of text option, which we used, that allows the image to move in front of or on top of the text. Now that all of our elements are free to move, we'll arrange them on our document. I'm putting the title at the top with the picture underneath and the things I love about libraries to the right of it. Then I'm putting the banner underneath that text box and the text box talking about my favorite book on the left of it underneath the picture. Once you've moved everything around to where you want it, your document is finished. In this video, we created an organized, visually appealing document about libraries by inserting an image of books, a shape with a fun fact, text boxes, and word art. For more information about Google Docs and other computer literacy topics, visit our website at weber.edu/clc.